In the heart of a quiet town, a home stood as a sanctuary, a place where the Miller family created countless memories. But on the cold evening of October 17, 1992, when the sun dipped below the horizon and shadows stretched long across the lawn, something inexplicable unfolded within those four walls, something that would forever shatter the tranquility of the neighborhood and leave an indelible mark on the town. What exactly happened in the house on Harvest's Lane is a mystery that continues to baffle investigators, locals, and skeptics alike. Let's start at the beginning. On October 17, 1992, the Miller family was last seen at a neighborhood gathering, laughing, sharing stories, and enjoying the camaraderie of their tight-knit community. Their absence was first noticed the following morning when Mrs. Henderson, an elderly resident who lived across the street, awoke to the sight of two young girls skipping down her sidewalk. Concerned by the unusual appearance, she asked them where their parents were. At home, they replied, adding that they planned to stay indoors for the day as they were feeling ill. Mrs. Henderson, ever the caring neighbor, suggested that someone should check in on the children. However, her offer was declined. As the day wore on and the children remained inside, worry began to creep into Mrs. Henderson's heart. Something wasn't right. By 6 p.m., the house had fallen ominously silent. Sensing that something was amiss, she called the police. Officers arrived at the house on Harvest's Lane to find no signs of forced entry and no indications of a struggle. Fearing the worst, they cautiously entered the residence. In the kitchen, they discovered breakfast plates on the table, suggesting that the family had indeed woken up that morning and prepared themselves for the day. However, the presence of milk-left uneaten cereal and half-cooked eggs hinted at a sudden departure. The officers continued their search, uncovering more clues that deepened the enigma surrounding the Millers' disappearance. As the investigation progressed, it became evident that there was more to this case than met the eye. The lack of forced entry, the absence of signs of struggle, and the mundane aspects of the crime scene suggested that the family had left their home voluntarily. Yet the question of why they would abandon their possessions and leave without a trace remained unanswered. Investigators pursued numerous leads, interviewed friends and relatives of the family, and conducted extensive background checks, but nothing yielded any significant breakthroughs. Days turned into weeks, then months, and still there was no trace of the Millers. The community was left in suspense, grappling with the unsettling reality that their friends and neighbors had vanished without a trace. Years passed and the case grew colder. People began to speculate that the Millers had staged their own disappearance, perhaps to escape their financial troubles or a troubled marriage. However, this theory was challenged by those who knew the family well, insisting that they wouldn't have abandoned their children. The mystery deepened when rumors started circulating about eerie occurrences in the abandoned house on Harvest's Lane. According to local lore, witnesses reported hearing strange voices and footsteps late at night, as if the spirits of the Millers were restless and seeking solace. Others claimed to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the windows, their eyes staring blankly into the darkness. These tales, while captivating, were often dismissed as mere superstition or the product of an overactive imagination. In an effort to separate fact from fiction, a team of paranormal investigators decided to explore the property. Armed with state-of-the-art equipment, they combed through the house, documenting any unusual electromagnetic fluctuations or auditory anomalies. What they uncovered sent shockwaves through the community. According to their findings, the house was a veritable hotspot of paranormal activity. The investigators claimed to have recorded voices whispering cryptic messages, and electronic devices malfunctioned inexplicably. One investigator recalled an instance when their equipment suddenly turned on, emitting a blood-curdling screech. Some whispered that the house was cursed, that malevolent forces had somehow become intertwined with the fate of the Miller family. This theory found support in the town's history, which included tales of witchcraft and dark rituals performed in the very same location. Could it be that the Millers stumbled upon something they weren't supposed to, unleashing an evil that now haunted their home? As the years went by, the mystery of the vanishing Millers remained unsolved. The case continued to captivate the public imagination, spawning countless theories and speculation. Some believed that foul play was involved, that the Millers had been abducted by a sinister force. Others clung to the belief that the family had staged their disappearance, seeking a fresh start elsewhere. Yet, as evidence mounted pointing to paranormal activity in the house, many began to question whether there was more to the story, something that defied conventional explanation. In 2001, a new chapter was added to the tale when a young couple purchased the abandoned house on Harvest Lane, hoping to restore it to its former glory and put the haunting memories behind them. However, their plans were thwarted when they made a shocking discovery during renovations. Sealed off behind layers of drywall in the basement was a room that had been meticulously hidden. With trembling hands, they broke through the barrier, revealing a space that seemed frozen in time. The room's chilling contents pointed towards a grim possibility, lending credence to the most harrowing theories about the house. The initial shock soon gave way to a wave of morbid curiosity. News of the discovery spread like wildfire, attracting the attention of media outlets and paranormal enthusiasts from around the country. Eager to unravel the secrets held within those four walls, they descended upon the house on Harvest's Lane, hoping to catch a glimpse of the hidden room, and perhaps even communicate with whatever spirits resided there. The newly installed owners, shaken by the potential danger posed by the hidden room, quickly sealed it off once again, determined to protect themselves and their guests from whatever lurked within. They contacted local authorities, who in turn launched an investigation into the room's origins and the possibility of a connection to the Millers' disappearance. As investigators delved deeper into the case, they uncovered more disturbing details. The hidden room, it seemed, was filled with ominous symbols and artifacts that suggested a dark and sinister purpose. Among the most disturbing items found were a series of old cassette tapes. The tapes were labeled with cryptic dates, offering a tantalizing clue as to their contents. Could they hold the key to unraveling the mysteries of Harvest Lane House? When played, the tapes revealed a cacophony of muffled screams and unintelligible whispers. The audio quality was poor, as if the voices were coming from far away, distorted by time and circumstance. Then, just when the investigators thought they had heard it all, a single phrase cut through the static, echoing with a chilling clarity they never left. These words sent a shiver down their spines, implying that the spirits of the missing family were trapped within the house, unable to find peace. Over the years, the legacy of fear surrounding the house on Harvest's Lane continued to grow. 5 more individuals who dared to trespass on the property vanished without a trace, adding another layer of mystery and tragedy to this already haunting tale. Local authorities, desperate to put an end to the speculation and ensure the safety of their community, discouraged anyone from venturing near the house, fearing that another soul might be lost to its clutches. Yet, despite the warnings, curiosity and the allure of the unknown continued to draw people into its grasp. Today, the house on Harvest's Lane stands as a decaying monument to the enduring power of fear. Its windows are boarded up, its paint is peeling, and its overgrown garden serves as a final resting place for countless dreams and hopes. Rumors persist that the spirits of the missing residents continue to roam the halls, forever searching for answers that lie buried in the secrets of the forbidden room. While the true nature of the house and its connection to the disappearances may never be fully understood, one thing remains clear. The house on Harvest's Lane will forever be shrouded in mystery, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can sometimes lurk within the walls of an ordinary home. What do you think happened to the Miller family? Do you believe the Miller family was taken by something sinister or trapped by something beyond this world? Share your theory below. Thank you for watching.